In a move that surprised few and horrified many, Donald Trump's second term has been dominated by a draconian approach to immigration. The America First rhetoric that characterized his first 4 years morphed into an aggressive, multi-pronged assault on immigrants of all stripes. The message was clear: America was closed for business, especially if you weren't born here. Trump wasted no time in putting his words into action. A raft of executive orders, each more restrictive than the last, came thick and fast. The now infamous Return to Mexico policy, previously deemed inhumane and illegal, was reinstated with a vengeance. Asylum seekers desperate for safety and a new life were callously forced to languish in dangerous border towns, their hopes dwindling with each passing day. The cruelty didn't end there. Trump, seemingly emboldened by his continued support amongst his base, went on to slash the refugee resettlement program, leaving thousands, including many who had risked their lives to help American forces abroad, in a terrifying limbo. The message was brutally clear: your past sacrifices meant nothing in the face of Trump's xenophobic vision of America. The consequences of Trump's immigration policies were swift and devastating. Stories of families torn apart at the border, their pleas for mercy falling on deaf ears, became all too common. The unlucky ones, caught in the web of Trump's bureaucratic nightmare, found themselves trapped in detention centers, often for months on end. These centers, rife with reports of abuse and neglect, served as a stark reminder of the human cost of Trump's policies. Take the story of Maria, a young mother who fled El Salvador with her 2 young children after her husband, a journalist, was murdered by a death squad. Arriving at the U.S. border exhausted and terrified, they were met not with compassion, but with cold indifference. Separated from her children, Maria was thrown into a detention center, her desperate pleas for information about her children ignored. This, sadly, was not an isolated incident. The chilling effects of Trump's policies extended far beyond the border. Across the country, a climate of fear and uncertainty took hold. Immigrant communities, once vibrant and thriving, retreated into the shadows, terrified of attracting unwanted attention. The message was clear: you were no longer welcome, regardless of how long you had called America home. Trump's assault on immigrants did not go unchallenged. A coalition of civil rights groups, human rights organizations, and concerned citizens rose up in defiance, filing a barrage of lawsuits that clogged the courts. They argued, with compelling evidence, that Trump's policies were not only morally reprehensible, but also blatantly unconstitutional. The legal battles raged on, each side claiming victory, with every minor procedural win. The courts became the new battleground, the fate of countless immigrants hanging in the balance. Meanwhile, the political divide over immigration, a long-standing feature of American politics, widened into a chasm. Democrats, for the most part, condemned Trump's policies as inhumane and un-American. Republicans, with some notable exceptions, either remained silent or, worse, actively supported Trump's agenda. The fight over immigration became a microcosm of the larger battle for the soul of America. On one side stood those who believed in a welcoming and inclusive America, a beacon of hope for the oppressed and downtrodden. On the other, a resurgent nativism, fueled by fear and resentment, threatened to unravel the very fabric of American society. As the dust settles on the Trump presidency, the true extent of the damage inflicted upon America's immigration system is becoming painfully clear. The once proud tradition of welcoming immigrants from all corners of the globe has been replaced with a culture of suspicion and exclusion. The Statue of Liberty, that enduring symbol of hope and opportunity, now stands as a monument to a bygone era. The human cost of Trump's policies is immeasurable. Families remain separated, their hopes of reunification dashed against the rocks of indifference. Countless dreams lie shattered, victims of a political agenda that valued expediency over compassion. The scars of this dark chapter in American history will take generations to heal. The fight for a just and humane immigration system continues. It is a fight that transcends partisan politics, a fight for the very soul of America. It is a fight that demands we remember the words inscribed on the Statue of Liberty: "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free." These words, once a source of national pride, now serve as a stark reminder of how far America has strayed from its ideals. Let us hope that one day they will once again ring true.